So we already know how to use the outside contour, the profile geometry. Now we're going to see something called outline geometry. So this outline geometry is something that we're going to draw. So we're going to draw a close polyline. So let's say something like this. Then I'll say, let's say 500, and then I say 500, and then I say 400, and then I say 100 to this way, and then just close. So now I pick this one here and I say outline geometry. I click next, and then I pick the hand, then I click next, and then I name it, and this one is outline geometry 01. So I go next and I pick that, and then it looks like this. Where can we use it? First, we can use it when we create the article. If I apply it to a top view article, I apply it here where it says in the name, where it says outline geometry. I click right here and I go this one, and now my article takes this shape, right? So now I have more elements here, right? So more elements which I have to say what to take, what kind of construction principles to take, right? Otherwise, for example, this one is a back panel. I could have it as a side panel. Then this one here is also back panel, but I want it as a side panel. And also, you see here the trims are not correct, so I have to adjust the trims here. So to the next, it's going to be short, and to the previous going to be short, for example. Then I have to adjust this one and say to previous, let's say short, and to next short, and yes, okay. And then I can put a door, right? So when I change the size, let's say to 800, this sector right here is changing, but let's say the sector there, I want to be always 100 to 100, 100 to 100. So how can I do it? I have to go to the outline geometry, and I have, this is my contour, right? So this is the contour right here, and now I have the first starting point here, which is this one, and it's located referencing to, first we check the reference. Reference is to bottom left, which is down here. So this is the 0 in bottom left. Here, when we draw a contour, we have coordinate systems, bottom left, bottom right, also, what is that? Bottom right, then we have top right and top left. So these arrows are pointing to the coordinate, the x and y. So x is always here, so x here, and y is always here. So x is here, y is here. No matter where you see the coordinate system, x is in the horizontal, and y is the vertical. Alright? So this point is located at 0, 0, in the coordinate system bottom left. But for example, if I change the reference here to bottom right to here, it will say that x is not minus, but x is 500, because in this way, yeah, so from here to here is 500, because that's how I draw it, and because it's here at the 0, y will be 0. So referencing to bottom right, it will be this, okay? So first, that's why first we need to pick the right coordinate system, which is for this one bottom left. Because you see, it's in the 0. It's in 0, 0 and bottom left. And for example, this one is 0, 0 bottom right. This one is 0, 0 bottom top right. And this one is not at 0, 0 for top left. It is not, because 0, 0 for top left is here. This is the 0, 0 for top left. So this is actually 100 in x and 100 in y, referencing to this coordinate system. Okay? So I need to make sure that every single point is fixed to the right reference. So I'll say, okay, this is bottom left, okay, this is bottom right, okay, this one is top right, this one is top left. Well, I have a point here which is also fixed top left, and this is fixed to top left as well. So these 3 points are fixed to the same point. And how many points I have? I have 1 here, second, third, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points, and there is 1 more here, so I can close. So I have 7 points. And actually, this is the starting point, which is 1. Then this is second, because it's going, I draw this counterclockwise, okay? So I draw it counterclockwise, and this is the first point here, bottom left, there's this one. Okay, so let me see. Just to do. Okay, so first one is here, then there is the second one. And this is, doesn't matter that it says line, it's a point. Because one line has 2 points, right? Starting point and end point. Between these 2 points, I can draw a line. Right? So I have a starting point and I have end point, and then I have another point and so on. So this is 2, then this is 3, and this is, and so on. Okay? So first thing we check here, and we have to pick from this, we have to pick the right reference always. First the right reference. And then we will fix these points and make them absolute. Okay, so how many points I have? Let's see, 1, 2. The line, it will be highlighted as a line, but actually it's that point here. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So I start from the beginning. So I close all of them like this, and I click here. So I say starting point is this, reference to bottom left. So if I say bottom right, see what it says in X, from here 500. Not correct. That's not good. So we don't want that. We want to be as close as possible to this coordinate system here. So closest to this one is bottom left. And usually if it's 0 0, it doesn't matter if it's absolute or if it's relative or absolute, because relative 0 and absolute 0 is still 0. So it doesn't matter, but let's say we have it absolute. Then I go to this one and I say bottom right, and I go for absolute and absolute. Then I go to the other one, this point here. So I go top right, absolute, absolute. Then next one we agreed it's going to be top left. So top left, we go top left. And this time absolute is necessary to have, and this one as well. So we go to the next point, which is here in the middle. So we say it's in top left, and it automatically gets the right coordinates because I drew it the way I want it to be. So this one I just going to change them to absolute and absolute, and then I go to the other point, which is again top left, and I say top left and fix them to be absolute. Go to the next one, which is the end point, and it should be at the same point as the starting point. So it should be as well to bottom left, and it should be absolute. Well, not that it matters so much if it's 0, but anyway, let's keep it that way. So click save, and I want to test, because I did all of this because I want this to be 100 to 100. So I will just change the dimensions here and see if it's going to work. So I go 1000, and you cannot just press enter, nothing will happen. You have to click somewhere else in some other field. So you see this one, it doesn't change. Okay, so I go 1000 to 1000, this one stays the same. So I keep it like it was, 500 to 500, and I know it works. I save it, and it's already applied. So I close and I click OK, and let's see if I change here. What? 1 second. Yeah, so now it's okay. Yes, so it's fine. Yeah, so you see here it's don't worry about the terms. You see here it is correct. I mean the depth. Yeah, so it stays like this. You don't have to test it here. You can test it inside the element manager, which was the contours are in the element manager, and there is in the structure there are contours, and the one that we're doing right now is this one here, outline geometry, and this one right here is mine. So I have it like this. So this is one of the ways. And for example, if I have you can place them, like I said, you can place them to an article, and the article will take this shape, or I can even have like something like yeah, I can have something like this, right? So yeah, this could be more, it could be a different one. In this case it's 100 by 100, and this one I can make it the same way and use it inside the article. There's another way you can use article from contour as well, but don't yet. So we pick here contours, we pick outline geometry, click next, we go with the hand, we say this is outline geometry number 2 because, and then this is how it looks, and then I can fix them the way I did before, and then I go for top view and place it here. Okay, and then I have many details that I have to place and adjust the trims and put connectors and so on. So this is the way to do corner cabinet. And where else I can use this? For example, if I draw the same one, but this time I want to have a radius here, and I'm going to use, let's use this one, and I click here, I go R, and I say 200, enter, click here. It looks like this. I pick the same outline geometry, I click next, I select, I go next, and I say this one is outline geometry 03, and I say next. I pick that, and now I'll show you how to fix it, but in a second. But now if I go the same way inside the article and I say okay, I want to use this one, the one with the radius, so I say 03, okay, and then I cannot do it, cannot apply it because it contains arcs and they are not allowed. So anyway, I can use it, but I have to apply it to every single part. So I go in the top shelf and I pick this one, and I have to go to the part definition, and I'm just going to use this one because we already used it. So I'm just going to go linear, and I say right here where it says outline geometry, I pick it here and apply it, and then I'm going to use it, apply, and let's see how it goes. So I click OK, and let's see. Okay, so nothing. Why it doesn't work? The reason, you see, this is the part but doesn't take the shape of this one here. Why is that? The reason is because this is not checked. Outline geometry from part definition. If I check it and I click OK, then I have the same shape. But let's say this radius is not 200 anymore, it's something else. I need to fix it, and I need to fix this one here as well. So how can we do that? We can do it the same way we did with the previous one. We go to main data, element manager, and then we go to contours and outline geometry, and then we say one by one the points again. I want you to do this like that because otherwise you'll be very confused. So bottom left, this is okay, right? So bottom left is okay. I'll just fix it absolute, not, like I said, not necessary, but anyway. Then this is the point right here. I'll fix it to bottom right, so I'll fix this radius here. So I go bottom right, it's 200, 200, 200, 0, so I go absolute because I want to fix this radius right here to be always 200. Then I go to the arc, and the easiest way to use is to pick radius and endpoint, radius and endpoint, and don't do anything else, just pick it. Then you go to the other line and you say this point is where? Top right. So top right, absolute. Then this one, these are going to be fixed, so I fix them to top left, and the same way I did before. So I'm not going to explain, I'm just going to do it, fix them absolute, everything absolute, but reference to top left, top left, top left, top left, this one, and then absolute and absolute, and the last one is bottom left because it needs to be with the same point as the starting point. Yes, so save, okay, and now if I refresh, now this is the correct radius and this is the correct one as well. So if I measure it from part dimensioning quick, click right, oh I didn't, so I click right here and it's radius of 200 and this is 100 to 100, so it's correct. Okay, good. So now I want you to try to do something. So I'm going to draw it and then you're going to fix it. Just going to stop the